Hi, my name is Jordan. I am the program co-chair for #CAP in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Rho Theta Omega chapter. #CAP, which is an abbreviation for college admission process, it is designed to assist students in their efforts to enter college by providing a hands-on approach that includes all the steps from researching various colleges to actually completing the application process. We'll be interviewing different types of students to find out the student that you would like to be. Would you like to be in res life, a student athlete, maybe go to a community college and then transfer to a four-year university? Well, here is when you can find out how. We're going to help you pick your choice. Today we'll be interviewing Kristiana, a community college student who transferred university.
Hi, my name is Kristiana McCowan. I graduated from Cumberland County College in 2015, and I transferred to Rutgers University Camden from the year of 2015. I graduated in 2018.
Is there a difference between admissions when applying to colleges when you are a transfer student?
Yes, there is a difference. Actually, when you transfer from a community college to a four-year, there is a certain amount of credits that you need to have in order to transfer. I believe most of them are 45 credits or 50 credits. Pretty much, you mainly have the bulk of your general education requirements completed before you can transfer.
So do you have to graduate from community college before transferring into university, or can you do like a year at community college and then transfer to a four-year university?
You don't have to graduate. You can do both. But personally, it probably is a little bit easier to graduate and then go on to a four-year. I've heard some personal stories where people haven't graduated and they just transfer out the bat, and a nice little chunk of what they did, like their first semester or their first year at a community college, didn't transfer. Whereas a situation that happened to me where I actually graduated with a degree, only one class didn't transfer over.
What are your thoughts on starting from a community college and then transferring to a four-year institution?
Um, I think it's better. A community college, you're kind of in a smaller community, whereas if you start at a four-year, you're kind of like thrown into it. So you might be a little overwhelmed at first. You hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going here, I'm going there." Start at home, start out small, start out with what you know, and then build up. Because there's nothing wrong with doing half here and half somewhere else.
So is there a big price difference between community college and a four-year university?
Oh yeah, there's a big difference. Unfortunately, at my community college, I had to pay all of my tuition fees out of pocket. But luckily, like they do payment plans. There is financial aid at community college. It's just I wasn't eligible for it at the time. And then once I went to Rutgers, there is like a bigger bulk. I want to say community college, most schools base it around about 9, 10 grand for the 2 years that you're there. And then whereas a university, you hear that's more like in the 50s and the
Right,
60s.
right. Just for 1 year.
Right. Yeah.
So do you have any stories about the transferring process or about attending community college versus attending the four-year school?
I would say just get your feel. So what I did was I did a lot of like campus tours. So I think I did one down in Stockton. I did one in Rowan, even though Rowan didn't even have my program. I went there. And then even Rutgers Camden didn't even have my program. Rutgers Newark actually had my program. But what geared me to Rutgers Camden was it was a smaller environment. So it still felt like home, felt like community college, because personally I don't do well in big areas and big things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there any difficulties that you struggled with, like moving from a community college to four-year?
The course load, whereas a university they kind of expect you to be more on your own, whereas community college, a lot of people say that's like the 13th and 14th grade,
Right.
where they still kind of like hold your hand through it all. Some professors aren't like that, most professors are. So I would say like the course load, and you actually are like, all right, I gotta buckle down and learn this on my own. If not, I'm gonna be out of here, because I've been close to almost getting kicked out.
Wow. Is there a difference between being accessible to, or like professors being accessible in community college and then professors being accessible in a four-year?
Yes, I feel like the hours that 4-year professors set up is kind of more around the clock, whereas a 2-year, they're kind of there for a certain amount of time. Most of them are adjunct professors, so they're just kind of
Okay.
on campus and then they move to another campus or another university. I actually had one professor who did my A&P1 who was also a professor at Roman. So
Wow.
she would only literally be there for our specific class time, and then she would have to fly over there and then teach for night school.
Wow. Do you have any advice for anybody that's searching to go through this process instead of going straight into a 4-year school?
Research, research, research.
Mm.
Um, so one thing that has prolonged me in my career, I went to do physical therapy. I graduated in 2015 with a biomedical health science degree. Went to Rutgers, graduated from there with a health science degree. I'm still not doing what I'm doing. Whereas now I'm back to a community college now that has the degree in the program that's best fit for me. So they have the physical therapy assistant program, and then that'll get me a step in, later down the road if I actually want to take the big leap to a full physical therapist.
Right. So when you were at a community college, you were also a commuter student. So how
Mm-hmm.
did that impact anything at all? Like,
Not
was there any like campus involvement? I know at 4-year universities, like there was tons of programming, tons of on-campus things. Was that the same for, or
I would say your most community colleges, what you're going to get is soccer, basketball, baseball.
sport?
You're barely going to have any clubs. Um, I don't even think there's really any clubs that are able to be
Mhm.
joined. Whereas a 4-year, you do have that broader aspect, and that's also something that attracted me to transfer to a 4-year, not only to, advance my degree, but also the vast of activities and clubs and sort of that nature that was going on.
You also feel like you had to be more disciplined to be able to come home and do your work, or are there also like libraries that are open late hours and that you could sit in different parts on campus and able to do your work instead of going all the way home to sit, do your work, and then those type of things?
There, like our library at our 2-year did stay open late, and then of course the library at Rutgers did stay open late. Most people, they would just come to class and go. And I
Mm.
feel like that's how, we all know Rutgers Camden is more of like a commuter school. So it's kind of you do your work and go. If you really need help, or if you're like you have like an hour break in between classes, then you would be in the library or in the cafeteria doing your work. But other than that, you just go home and finish it.
Is there a cafeteria at community colleges?
It's very
I
small.
didn't
You
even
can only fit like
know.
50 people, but well, mine you can only fit 50 people. But yeah, they're vending machines, cafeteria, no. Watch
Well,
out for the cat food. Don't fall to the cat food.
thank you, Kristiana. This was great. See ya.
See ya.
Make sure to research the community college in your area. They could offer different things as to sports and clubs. You want to make sure you get the full experience while going there. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this made your decision if you would like to start at a community college and then transfer to a 4-year university. See ya!